The latest news about the Princess of Wales is not as informative as one would hope. They report that Kate Middleton has been missing since December 28 after an ambulance took her away from Sandringham. There is plenty of confirmation that something significant has happened, as evidenced, for example, by the dramatic changes in the way Kensington Palace has celebrated important moments in the Princess of Wales' life since that date. For example, the wedding anniversary, which was usually marked with either historic or contemporary photos. Last year, it was a brightly colored image of Kate and William joyfully holding hands and riding bicycles. This year, however, a black and white archival photo was chosen, which caused concern. The media reports that the Parade of Colors ceremony, an important national parade to celebrate the birthday of the king, in this case Charles III, will take place in June, and Kate Middleton's participation raises questions. Specifically, if Kate's condition is not serious, why is she absent from the parade? The appearance of individuals associated with her, such as Lady Rose Hambury, now with her husband William, is becoming increasingly public. Lady Gabriella Windsor, who was invited to this parade, has also attracted attention. Her participation was due to an attempt to divert attention from the death of her husband Thomas Kingston. Gabriella Windsor was closely associated with the family of King Charles III, and after the death of her husband moved in with the Dukes of Kent, her parents in Kensington, which is considered a significant development. Radical changes are expected for Kate Middleton, especially with the Parade of Colors participation in which has not been confirmed. The British press reported that the Princess of Wales suddenly cancelled her appearance at the parade, which came as a shock, especially after rumors of her recovery. Incidentally, all of this may be related to the palace's decision to be more cautious after the tragedy surrounding the death of nurse Jenna, who was the victim of a prank by an Australian radio station posing as Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles. The incident had a serious impact, and the CEO of the radio network said he did not believe any laws had been broken, although the hospital protested against the Australian company. Indeed, the presenters reportedly imitated the voices of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles asking about Kate Middleton's condition. They were then transferred to the Duchess's room, where another nurse later revealed that Kate had suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum during her pregnancy. The BBC's Royal Affairs correspondent confirmed that Jenna only answered the phone and did not discuss Kate's health. The woman eventually took her own life, a horrific event, especially since no one understands why anything to do with the British royal family has such serious consequences. A court in Westminster has received information confirming that the woman voluntarily passed away after a prank on the radio. An investigation launched in 2012 found that a member of the medical staff had tragically passed away. She was married, had 2 children, and had worked at King Edward VI Hospital for over 4 years. Sana was an excellent nurse and very respectful of her co-workers. She apparently transferred the call to another nurse who reported that the Duchess of Cambridge was having trouble sleeping, that Prince William was visiting her before 9 o'clock in the evening, and that it was best to visit her after 9 in the morning. At this time she was resting, and her condition was stable. Australian presenters thanked for the information and laughed about the incident in front of their listeners. The British press covered the incident, and the hospital was forced to apologize for being caught in a trap. William and Kate expressed deep sorrow over the news, stating that their thoughts and prayers are with the family of the deceased. Why am I sharing this with you? You may be surprised, but I believe it demonstrates the veil of secrecy surrounding the Kate Middleton situation. There is precedent for leaking information about Kate, whether through a phone prank or otherwise, to have serious consequences. I will reiterate that I would not be surprised if it turns out that something significant happened, because it's hard to understand this black and white photograph and the sudden inclusion of Lady Gabriella Windsor and Rose Hambury in the royal court summons. Doesn't it validate the fact that this is an attempt to distract the public from Kate Middleton's condition? This same disappearance has also affected Kate's children George, Charlotte, and Louis. It's not yet clear how seriously, but it's clear that they won't be the same. Again, as I mentioned, Kate's presence at the flower parade is now definitely not expected, which is attracting considerable attention and generating another disturbing rumor.